Imagine a more peaceful life than what you might be experiencing at present. Imagine a life without any deadlines or demands, if even for a brief time. Imagine yourself floating on water or drifting with the clouds in the sky. What if our prayer could be more like this? Seems hard to imagine, doesn't it? What if I told you we have some good news to share with you that is more than something just to be imagined? Stay tuned. Some people have difficulty praying in the traditional way we think of prayer, and therefore avoid praying altogether. Hello, my name is Sharon Terbrock. I'm a school sister of Notre Dame. In today's program, we want you to meet Rosel Feder, also a school sister of Notre Dame, who is involved in retreat work and music ministry. In her retreat work, Rosel uses an ancient form of body, mind, and spirit combination for prayer called Shibashi. She has found this method to be very successful for the calming results it brings to many people of different faith traditions.
Shibashi comes to us from the Oriental religion of Taoism. It comes to us from the 6th century BC, China. I learned Shibashi from a dear little 65-year-old Franciscan named Sister Rosel. She is a native of the Philippines and has taught for more than 25 years at the Chinese Healing College in Sydney, Australia. In doing Shibashi with her, I found myself participating in a body prayer that is attuned to cosmic energies. Of itself, Shibashi is a healing ritual. It gives primary attention to the meridians, the streams of energy that flow through the human body. Great attention is given to the healing energy of the palms of the human hand. The word Shibashi means 18 healing movements. Each movement is based on some aspect of creation, and so it is a very creation-centered prayer. Each movement is done twice, giving the inner spirit a certain keenness of focus. The simple, harmonizing flow brings about an awareness of the sacredness of all life. It helps us to be aware of the presence of the Creator within us and all around us. The healing presence of the source of life flows through us as we send our healing energies out into the universe. In doing Shibashi, we connect with cosmic energies that recharge our inner spirit and help us to flow more harmoniously with all of life. Shibashi is a great healing prayer for the earth, for all who are suffering, for all who are in need of healing.
Besides meeting Rosel and hearing what she has to share about her work, we invite you to participate in whatever way that you can as she goes through the movements of Shibashi. movements that mirror the flow of nature.
Presence on planet Earth. We are spinning very, very fast, but we don't spin off, thanks to the compassion of gravity. The Taoist greeting. The closed hand represents all that is material, and the open hand represents all that is spiritual. We honor the harmony between the two. The cosmic greeting is a welcoming of all cosmic energies, opening ourselves to receive them while we take time for centering. Stepping out to the left, the first movement of Shibashi is waving hands by the sea. The shoulders, elbows, and wrists are loose as we feel the air pass between our fingers. Become aware of your presence as an integral part of creation. Give yourself to emptying, freeing, letting go. Expanding chest on mountaintop. Hands rise in standing palm position. Fingers point toward the heart, opening the heart, welcoming all creatures, and blessing the earth. Healing palms, soothing, purifying, energizing our centeredness. Welcoming all. Painting the rainbow. Full extension. Let your healing energy stream out. Weight shifts to the right as you paint the rainbow to the left. Let your healing energy stream out through your fingertips. Earth energies blending with heaven energies. Use the breath, the spine, the entire body as a bridge to harmonize the energies within us with those around us. Enjoy the lifted rib cage as you send your healing energy out into the universe. Parting the clouds. Full extension, palms facing outward as you part the clouds, pulling away the chaos. Parting clouds of dissension, of disharmony. The spine and lower back are vertically extended for a full infusion of the healing breath into the upper body, lifting the heart, the voice, lifting your vision, your mind, lifting your spirit. Weaving silk in the air, the resilience of life. Clearing out noise pollution, drawing in the music of the cosmos. Clearing out chaos, drawing in the harmonies of the universe. The weaving motion, flowing, energizing. Rowing the boat in the middle of the lake. Sinking, allowing oneself to become empty. Letting go. Hitting rock bottom in order to rise again to new energy, new life. Sage presents peach. Touching earth energies with healing palms, gathering in all the suffering of earth and presenting it for heavenly healing. receiving heavenly healing, and crossing to the other side. Receive the healing breath that saturates the internal organs from the diagonally stretched rib cage. Notice the yin-yang of counterbalance, offering and receiving. Gazing at the moon. Continue the spiral turning, aware of your groundedness on Mother Earth. One healing palm is turned outward toward the moon. The other is supporting the energy flowing through the elbow. Outward vision. Draw the serenity of the moonbeams down upon the earth. Let the serene energies of the moon harmonize and revitalize the earth. Wind rustles lotus leaves. Relaxing the weight of the right shoulder, bring the hand to a central position and send your healing energy out to all who are suffering, especially to all children who are suffering. Direct your healing energies to all of creation, to all of the war-torn areas of our planet. Visualize universal energies bringing about the healing harmonies of body and spirit. Cloud hands. Drawing the healing palms toward yourself. One hand passes across the lower Tantien, while the other passes across the upper Tantien, revitalizing these two important centers of energy. A gentle cleansing movement. Yin-yang movements of cleansing and energizing. Scooping the sea and viewing the sky. Remembering the importance of transitions in life. Stepping out into the unknown, going into the depths, and rising into the heights. The energy of water, the energy of air. Sinking into the darkness and rising into the light. Rolling with the waves, enjoying the motion of the water, enjoying the cleansing and revitalizing energies of water, sending out the healing energy from our palms, releasing tension and reintegrating oneself with the whole of creation. Young dove spreads its wings, a little baby dove taking its first flight. A gentle giving, a humble receiving. Compassionate, universal embrace of humankind. Fingers pointing toward the heart to open up the beauty of the inner self. Dragon emerging from the sea. Emptying, releasing tension from the shoulder, letting go of the past, and moving straight ahead. Forward, the direction of life. Rerouting our energies back into the spirit of the earth. centering, silencing, letting go, moving forward. The yin and yang of releasing and going forward. Wild goose flying, allowing ourselves to lift our hearts, our minds, our whole being toward the beauty of creation. Free flight, being one with nature. Full extension of the spine. Windmill turning in the breeze. Healing palms holding Mother Earth. Turning from the waist. Creating and recreating the circle of life. Re-energizing the wounded parts of Mother Earth. Turning in harmony with all the other planets. Harmonizing universal energies while remaining rooted in the circular motion of life. Child bouncing the ball in the sunshine. A joyful interplay of the right side and the left side. The relaxation of smiling. The revitalizing breath brings about a flow of healing consciousness into the entire being. Nature's fragrance drifting up. Gathering in your favorite fragrances. First time toward the head level for purifying. The second time above the head for enlightenment and inspiration. Stepping in and closing with the Taoist greeting, honoring the harmony between all that is material and all that is spiritual, and blessing the earth. Giving the cosmic greeting this time with a sense of cosmic gratitude. Stepping out in peace into the next activity of the day.
We were able to talk with Rosel to learn a little more about her and about her work. We would like to share this inspiring and insightful interview with you now. Sister Rosel, tell us a little bit about yourself as a school sister of Notre Dame.
I've been a school sister of Notre Dame for 33 years, and most of that time I've spent as a teacher, a music teacher, and primarily I've worked with high school students. I've also spent a good deal of time as a liturgical musician, serving at our mother house in St. Louis, as well as a cathedral parish in Cape Girardeau, Missouri. More recently in my life, I've branched away from the classroom aspect of teaching, and I've decided to give retreats on music as a spiritual path. In addition to being a retreat director, I also devote myself very wholeheartedly to composing music that gives a voice to the creation-centered mystics, people like Hildegard of Bingen, Julian of Norwich, Meister Eckhart, Francis of Assisi. I listen in their writings for things that inspire me, and then I ask myself the question, how would that sound musically, to give musical expression to their thought?
How did you find out about Shibashi?
When I was studying for a master's degree in spirituality and music, one of the members of my mystics class was a little Franciscan sister from the Philippines named Sister Marimil. And one morning on my way to class, I found her outside of the chapel on campus doing this beautiful body prayer, and I was very intrigued by it. And as we got to know each other better, she decided to offer this training in Shibashi 1 hour before our morning class would begin. And before long, she had 25 of us students, and she taught Shibashi to us over a period of 1 semester. And I just greatly appreciated it ever since I first learned it.
Well, what do you personally find meaningful in this form of prayer?
What I find very meaningful about Shibashi is the fact that it involves the whole self. Typically, as I've grown up, I was taught mostly to pray with my mind, lifting my mind and heart to God. But in Shibashi, we use the body, mind, spirit, soul. Everything is united. And I really enjoy the way that it brings me in touch with the inner silence inside of myself.
Why do you teach this in retreats?
Well, I find it to be very helpful to include it in my retreat work. As I mentioned, the retreat theme that I use is music as a spiritual path, and I bring the retreatants in touch with the aspects of their own bodies as musical instruments, paying attention to various rhythms and vibrations that we can make with our human bodies, and the ones that we make involuntarily as well, like the heartbeat, the rhythm of breathing. And in keeping with the idea of music and the importance of silence within a musical presentation, I bring them into touch with the silence within their own bodies. And Shibashi is very helpful in doing this.
How does this prayer form help your prayer, not only as a Christian, but as a Catholic nun?
Well, Catholics have traditionally been comfortable with praying sacramentally and communally and scripturally. And I find that Shibashi is a companion to all of those forms of prayer. Shibashi is a different type of prayer, and I mentioned before how it gives me great joy to be able to pray with my whole self. Body, mind, spirit, emotions, everything is drawn together in the prayer form of Shibashi. And because of the healing context of Shibashi, I find myself very much in union with Jesus as the healer. As we study more about his life and learn his personality and what was on his mind as he was doing his ministry during those 3 brief years that he was with us on the planet, I find so often he's engaged in doing healing ministry. And so as I try to more and more take on the mind and heart of Jesus, I find that Shibashi helps me by bringing me into that same compassionate feeling of offering healing to others. And so I find that there's no dichotomy really between Shibashi and any form of Catholic prayer. They seem to complement each other very nicely. I use Shibashi each morning as part of my morning prayer, and so I do it on a daily basis. Lends itself to prayer very easily as I'm composing music around spiritual themes from the mystics and as I'm preparing a retreat for a particular group of people. So prayer just sort of flows in and out of my day almost as naturally as breathing.
What reactions do you usually hear regarding this form of prayer?
I find that when I teach Shibashi in the context of a retreat, that people are very full of wonder about it, and they want to learn more about it. They say that it helps them feel very calm, very peaceful, and yet very outward in their flowing of healing energies outward toward others, and so it makes them feel useful as well. And I especially appreciate the reaction that I get from many nurses who are making retreats and come up and say to me how holistic this prayer is. And so they want to learn more about it from that aspect of the holistic prayer, the creation-centered prayer that it is.
What is a mystic?
The more that I do retreat work, the more I'm questioned by people with this very idea. What is a mystic? And the best answer that I've come upon for it is that a mystic is anyone who knows that he or she is in relationship with the one who made them and is consciously trying to develop that relationship. Now, I know when we study the mystics from different centuries, particularly the medieval period, that we're brought upon experiences where they're telling about certain types of visions that they may have, or a trance perhaps that they may experience for a moment, and it seems to be something very distant to the regular person. But as I study more and more about them, I study about the other parts of their lives, not just those momentary flashes of mysticism that we may give them. And I find that mysticism simply deals with the presence of God in the human spirit. And this is something that is very daily, very natural. And so to me, a mystic is a person who knows that he or she is in relationship with their Creator, and they are striving in a conscious way to develop that relationship.
And who can be a mystic?
Anyone can be a mystic, because God is available to every person. God is available to everyone that has been created. So there's no restrictions on who may be a mystic. Mysticism is an avenue. It's a sense of becoming one with your source. And it's really not restricted in any form, because God is available to us all. Everyone has access to God.
We thank you for watching our program. We hope you realize how easy prayer can be, and even enjoyable. Shibashi can be done every day once you've learned the easy movements. May you know God's great love for you and the future of hope that He has planned for you.